My name is Janardhan. Yeah, I have completed my SAP MM course past 3 months back. So I'm looking for a project level coaching. So how to go through like that? Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
which module? So which module?
SAP MM, sir,
Yeah,
material management.
okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Hi, hi sir, good evening. Myself Venkata Subbaya.
Yes,
I'm
Venkat.
basically from Andhra. Recently, I completed my SAP MM learning course and I'm eagerly looking for a job. And so that's why I'm looking at implementation project. So I'm joining this session.
Okay. So thanks,
That's,
Venkat. Yeah.
that's
Yeah. Yeah. Who is next? Who wants to introduce himself?
Hi sir, my name is Ganesh. Yeah, I'm civil engineering graduated in 2021. Recently, I completed a SAP course on S4 HANA sourcing and procurement, and I cleared a certification on SAP S4 HANA last week.
Okay. Great. Okay. Thanks, Ganesh. So anyone wants to introduce? So just to tell about yourself, which module? So why you need SAP S4 HANA implementation project? Yes,
Hello,
Ankit.
hello,
Yes, Ankit.
sir. Yeah, my name is Ankit Chauhan and I am from Noida. And I completed my training in SAP SD in previous week.
Okay, you completed your SAP SD. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So anybody else wants to introduce? Shinmoya, want to introduce? Okay.
Hey, hi sir, this is Chinmay here.
Yeah.
I have 3+ years of experience in SAP SD, but into support.
Okay. You already have SAP experience. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shinmoya. Yeah. So anybody else
Thank you.
wants to introduce? So which module? So you are a fresher or you are experienced? Could you introduce? Anybody else?
Hey, hi, I'm Nitish. So I'm having 13 years of experience in SAP,
Mhm.
and I have done two implementation in SAP EHS.
Okay.
So right now I'm leading the project uh, so as offshore lead.
Mhm.
So, so now I would like to learn and go through about PPQ.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Nitish. Anybody else want to introduce? Yeah.
Hello,
Yes,
hello.
Nalapa. Yes, proceed.
This is Nagappan. I done a SAP SD certification last year, and right now I handle the SAP support projects.
Okay, so you are a consultant and already you are working in SAP support projects and you are looking. So may I know what is the reason you are looking for this for HANA implementation
I'm
project?
looking for better jobs. Right now I'm working at manufacturing industry, not IT company.
Okay,
I'm looking for job for IT companies.
okay, great. Yeah, anybody else? Nilay, Raki, anybody else wants to introduce?
Yeah, I'm Nilay. Actually, I am total 4.5 years in SAP SD experience, which is for HANA implementation. This is my first project of SAP for HANA implementation
Mhm.
in my company. So total 4 years in SAP SD.
Okay, great. Okay, so anybody else wants to introduce?
Hello, hi.
Yes.
Myself Vinayak Atpadkar. I have 4 years of SAP support experience.
Great. Okay. Okay. So shall we start our demo session, or whether anybody wants to introduce?
Hi sir, my name is Bhavani. I completed my SAP, so I'm fresher.
Okay. Which module?
FICO.
FICO. Okay. Thanks, Bhavani. Okay. So yes.
Hi,
Yeah. Yes.
my name is Alexander, and I have a role of 10 years experience. I come from a background of P2P and taxation, US taxation. So I have worked as an end user in SAP 6.0. So that's my experience. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Alexander. Anybody here to introduce? Shall I proceed? Okay, so first question, most of them, you wants to update your profile as a SAP S4HANA implementation projects. And so may I know what is the reason actually this implementation project is required? So everybody have different experience in your career. So do we need SAP S4HANA end-to-end implementation project is required? So or without S4HANA implementation project, can I get a job in SAP? So maybe anybody, what are the challenges you faced, or maybe what is the reason you are looking S4HANA end-to-end implementation projects? So maybe just 2 minutes or 5 minutes, we can one by one. What is the challenges, or why? What is required? Why we need to go S4HANA end-to-end implementation projects? Yes. Yeah. So one by one, you can say why S4HANA implementation project is required for us. Is it mandatory, or without this implementation project? Yes, Chinmaya, please.
Hi, sir. Actually, in present scenario, there is a requirement in industry that you have to completed implement at least one implementation project to get into the get on the implementation project. So we need to understand that the activate methodology and end-to-end how the documentation is done, how FS is prepared, and how the configuration is done in the SAP SD implementation project. So that's why I'm looking for this program or course.
Okay. So anybody else? Why S4HANA implementation project is required? So what is the reason you are attending, or maybe you are looking for this end-to-end implementation project?
As a fresher, I was applying for the job as an FICO consultant. They are asking about these knowledge of project also.
Okay. So they are expecting. So
Uh,
because we are a fresher, but still company expecting you should have at least one end-to-end implementation project experience immediately.
yeah.
Okay. So anybody else? So why S4HANA implementation project is required in your career? Maybe as per your experience. Yes.
Yes, what I feel is there are like three criteria. First thing is for your CV to get shortlisted. Now the basic criteria is at least two end-to-end implementation, basically in North American market. Second is as the ECC is going to stop, so gradually, like 80% of the customers who are already into the SAP arena haven't yet migrated. So they would be migrating or would be either going for greenfield implementation based on the complexity of their landscape. So anyhow, in due course of time, as SAP would giving stop the support for providing for the ECC, so definitely they would move into this S4 HANA uh, uh, enterprise structure. So that's the reason now it is good to have this exposure. So it will be beneficial for us to get into those markets.
Okay. Yeah, I understood your answers. Like, so come now, the ECC is going to be stopped, right? Almost stopped. So now, whoever is using ECC, they are going to migrate into SAP S4 HANA. So now the industry or the MNC company, the recruitment, HR recruitment, they are expecting. So at least if you have S4 HANA experience, then they can easily adopt you into the projects. So they can build, they can build to you to the client also. So yeah, you rightly said that. Yes. Yes. So anybody wants to say that why maybe some of them already you completed your training, but what is the changing point like deciding factors to go to S4 HANA implementation projects? Anybody else wants to say that some points?
Basically, we just want to know the detailed steps while implementing the SAP project. As we are working into the S4 HANA, right? And we have the 10 years of experience, and we are getting the job in manufacturing easily for the SAP role. But as a consultant, if you want to go into the any IT consulting company, so you know the detailed step by step for the implementation project and what the activities actually they are we have to perform into the implementation project. So that's
Okay.
basically we want to see from this training program.
Okay. Yeah. So anybody else wants to comment? Why is for HANA end-to-end implementation project? So why I am attending this demo session? So maybe everybody have some um, experience. So I want to do S4 HANA end-to-end implementation project, right? So just as per your experience, if you can share maybe just 1 or 2 points why S4 HANA end-to-end implementation project training is required or it is must, or without S4 HANA implementation project can I get a job in SAP? Maybe as per your experience, anybody else wants to say something?
Yeah, like we are trained in our respective module. So bits and pieces like in book chapter wise, we know the concept or we know the theory, but how to integrate it with the other module and how it actually happens or how does it start or from where does it start and in what sequence of flows and what are the other documents required during these steps. So because if like in ASAP there were 5 phases and in each phase theoretically we know because during the training they have said in this phase these are the documents, in this phase these are the documents. But practically to have a exposure, that is the reason like personally I have thought of joining this batch.
Okay, so anyway, so that's have everybody have different. Okay, so um, yes, so everybody have different experience. Maybe somebody already completed SAP training and that implementation project. Some of them they might be asked you, yes, do you have end-to-end implementation project? Or some of them, already they are working in a SAP support projects, but still you want to make into go into the next level, right? So if you have any end-to-end implementation project experience in your current organization, or maybe if you have worked, so then we can update our CV also. So there are multiple way, so multiple type of trainees or maybe consultant, so they are expecting for this end-to-end implementation project. So this demo session, so I'm going to explain about the complete activate methodology, right? So how S4 HANA implementation consultant, suppose you have a project and you they assign as a SAP consultant, so how you are going to deliver, correct? So how you are going to deliver the S4 HANA implementation projects, okay? So next 30 to 45 minutes, so I'm going to explain about the demo session, just you can go through that. So maybe some of them can be able to understand the complete deliverable. So some of them it's new. Maybe you never heard about these kind of deliverables, and as per the activate methodology, right? So maybe after. So if you have any doubts or something, you can able to ask me. So after the the end of the demo sessions, okay? Yeah. So here, like, so as we discussed, SAP S4 HANA, so we are using activate methodology, right? So everyone knows in SAP ECC we are using for ASAP methodology, for whereas in S4 HANA we have a activate methodology. Okay, so what is this methodology? Methodology is nothing but the way of delivering the projects, right? So how we are going to complete? So what are the phases and what are the deliverables? And in these deliverables, Project management, what all the deliverables going to deliver. Consultant, maybe functional consultant, what all the deliverables he is going to deliver. And the technical module consultant, what he is going to deliver. Technical module like a basis, ABAP, Fiori consultant, basis, even for SAC also, right? Is SAP Analytical Clouds or BABW. Let's say these are all the technical modules. Okay, so now I'm just start with our activate methodology. Yes, we know what is preparation phase, right? So preparation phase as a consultant, so we are going to collecting the business requirements, right? So what you are going to collect it. So first we should know, yes, I'm going to implement SAP for let's say HUL Hindustan Unilever Limited. Okay, you know how they have 10 division or 100 divisions, but which division we are going to implement SAP S4 HANA? So now they will provide you okay, this my current business process. Currently I'm using, let's say, for Oracle system, or maybe I'm using JD Edwards, or maybe I'm using for, let's say, for Ramco system also, ERP. So doesn't matter, but they provide, this is my current business requirement. So as a consultant, first we need to go through their as is document, right? So that is called as a scope document. Okay, so once the scope document is once we have understand the scope document, so based on the scope document, so we are going to uh, yeah, so based on the scope document, so we are going to understand the client business process. I'm going to show you what is the scope document, how it should be, and what is the consultant role here. So now we are we are going to work as a consultant in the project, and whether you have experience or you are a fresher, doesn't matter. So the first deliverable is the scope document. Okay, the scope document is nothing but the complete business requirements. Okay, if you are a MM, so they will provide you as a scope document, maybe the scope document which contains 100 pages or 150 pages of the document. Okay, based on the scope document, we are going to give a presentation to the client. So why we are going to give the presentations? We are going to understand about the current business process or not, and whether the client side, they have to make sure that yes, you understand our current business process based on my scope document. So then then the further deliverables will be continue, right? So we are going to discuss about there is a BPML. So BPML stands for, it's a business process master list. Okay, as a consultant, we need to deliverable as a BPML, which contains about each module business process. If you are MM, so you have to deliver what all the business process master list. If you are SD, you have to deliver your SD module business process master list. If you are FICO or WM, EWM, so all the module, so we have a there is a BPML documents. So this BPML document we need to prepare. Okay, so I will share you how this BPML document looks like. Okay, so once this BPML document is completed, so which means these are all the process we are going to be implemented for the current company. Okay, after that we are going to discuss about the RISE objects. We know RISE object, most of them they know. In SAP we called as a forms, that is one of the RISE. Then we have reports. R stands for reports. Then I stands for interface, C stands for conversion, E stands for enhancement, F stands for forms, W stands for workflow. So now these are all the area. As a functional consultant, we are going to get the requirements, right? So these are all called as a gaps. Okay, so suppose you are going to implement SAP SD, and you have to collect the business, what all the forms currently they are following, because the implementation project, the daily basis reports. So sales order creation, delivery creations, and the invoice creation, and the debit memo creation, and credit memo creation. So like that, these are all the regular forms, right? So we have to take the printouts, then we have to submit to the customer. Okay, so now same thing like MM. So creation of purchase order, creation of RFQ printout, and quotation comparison printout, and goods issue printout, goods return printout, and and service entry sheet printout. So like that for all the modules. So we are going to discuss what are all the forms. So based on the forms, we are going to prepare as a functional consultant. We have to collect the requirements. Okay. So next we will proceed how to, based on this RISE object, how we can able to proceed, right? So now as per the preparation phase, you are going to give a presentation about the current client business process to the customer, and second, you are going to prepare the BPML, is a business process master list, which contains about the detailed business process. Okay, so for each and every module. So then we are going to discuss about the RISE objects. So we are going to, so client might be provide all the forms, all the reports. They will not give any enhancement, because this enhancement we are going to do, there is a fit gap sessions, I'm going to explain you. Then we might be received there is a workflow. Yes, standard workflow is there, SAP we have to activate. Then enhancements, yes, we cannot get it during this time, preparation phase. Conversion is nothing but uploading the master data plus open item. So this information also we need to collect it. What are the open item? What are the master data we are going to upload in each and every module, right? Okay, so after that there is a QGate sign off. This is a PMO activity, project management organization. They are going to take care of this. Okay, so after completion of the preparation phase, next we are going for the explore phase, right? See, whatever I have explained the preparation phase as a consultant, what we are going to deliver, right? So next we are moving into the explore phase. Okay, what is explore phase? So explore phase we are going to give a workshop presentations, right? So what is the business organization structure workshop? Okay, so first we are going to give a presentation about the org structure. For example, how many company code, how many profit center, how many plant or purchase organization, sales organization, or planning plant. So we are going to give a presentation. This company code we are going to implement. So based on that, we are going to design the org structure. We are going to give a presentation, and we are make sure that the customer also in the same page. After that, we are going to prepare the business blueprint, right? So business blueprint, we know this is one of the crucial development, document. So every module, so we have the, we have to prepare the BVP. So you will be getting the exposure. So how we are going to prepare the business blueprint here, right? So based on the BVP, for each and every module, so you have identified what are the process in BPML. So let's say in BPML you have a 25 process. For these 25 process, we are going to prepare the business blueprint, right? So then we discussed about the RISE object also. So here there is a gap documentations. So what is gap documentations? So already we discussed, we have the RISE objects. The gaps will be identified during the BVP workshop. So we are going to demonstrate the process, and if there is any gaps, so which related to each and every module, so that we need to identify. So maybe they have some kind of insurance and bond. So they have some business gaps. So for example, they are going to create the purchase contract, and based on the purchase contract, they are going to maintain the insurance. They are going to maintain the bond. When this insurance and bond going to be expired, so system should not allow to do any service entry sheet like that. There are so many business cases. So at the time we need to understand, we have to how this gap can be fulfilled, right? So there is a purchase contract, there is a insurance and bond, and based on that service entry sheet is going to be created. What is the validation? So the respective bond and insurance should not expire. Okay, this we will discuss in detail, but just for understanding purpose, these are all the gaps will be identified. So then there is a data migration approach and strategy. Okay, so already we discussed what are the data migration. Data migration is nothing but conversion. In RISE, there is a C stands for conversion, right? So as we discussed, like each and every module, we have a forms. We have, conversion means like a master data. We talk about material master, MM module, we have a material master, we have a vendor master, purchasing info record, service master, stock, initial stock upload, open purchase requisition, open purchase order, open purchase contract. So these are all the migration cockpit, master data or open item, right? Same thing for SD module also, customer master, customer, condition records, or open purchase, I mean open sales order, open sales contract. Same thing for FICO module also. We have a GL master, we have a bank master, we have a customer again vendor, and so bank master also has to be created. And then we have the open item, GL open item, then we have a vendor open item, bank open item, right? So asset open item. Same thing like PP module, we have a bill of material, work center, routing, and even production version. And then we have open production order, goods. These are all the called as a, there is a we call it as a conversion, right? It's like we are using data migration in SAP S/4HANA. They provided the standard migration tool. So you will get the exposure how we can able to download this, how we can create the projects, how to download the templates, then how we can able to upload the data. So this kind of exposure also you will be getting. And this is also more important, mostly they will call it as a cutover activities, right? So when you are involving in the cutover activity, so they will be asking, have you involved this cutover activity? If yes, you tell me what is your roles and responsibility, and what are the master data you have uploaded, and what is the volume of data, and how many durations or maybe how many hours is required in product. There are two different type of cutover activities in quality system and production system. So in quality system cutover activity, maybe this will take certain time. So when it goes to production, maybe this will take the time duration will be again it's going to be reduced. So you have to talk about the mock cutover activities and production cutover activities. So those things also. So during the interview point of view, again they will ask you. Okay, so then we have the the final master data template. Okay, what is final master data template? So final master data template is nothing but you are going to provide this data to the customer. Okay, why we need to send the master data template to customer? Suppose you are into PP module, you need to share the work center. I mean, sorry, bill of material work center routing. So you need to share to the customer, right? So before that you have to make sure whether the migration program is working fine. So whether this data, whatever you have uploaded, whether system is accepting, maybe some custom field you need to add, or maybe you are new to data migrations. So later maybe you provided some different template, but while uploading you might be received different template, so the program will not support. So these are all it's a challenges. So make sure that first you have created the projects in migration cockpit, and you provide the you proper template, you have used the same template, you can give it to the customer, right? And then we have to finalize one master data template as a final templates. So then we have a authorization roles and assignments. So what is this authorization roles and assignments? So this is like when there is a UAT, right? User acceptance testing. So because we have a three different type of testing, unit testing will be done by individual module consultant. Integration testing will be done by the cross module consultant. So during the, I think initially someone told, so we need to get the integrations of other module like MMSD, FI, PP, PM, QM also. But the project is definitely you will get the exposure if you are MM consultant, how MMSD is integrating, and MM and FI is integrating. So how the OBOS is set up, how the automatic account determinations we are going to do configurations, how MM and PP is integrating, how MM and WM is integrating, how MM and EWM is integrating. So you will be getting the whole exposure. So definitely when the multiple module involving, so definitely you have the opportunity and you can learn. So at any cost you will learn. So the cross module also, right? Okay, so this authorization roles and responsibility, this is the user acceptance testing. There are three different testing we told. There is a UAT. So before UAT, right, when the end user is going to perform, he is going to execute the process, we need to make sure the roles and authorization. So maybe in the quality system, we have to create the roles and authorization. So he is going to execute the process. Suppose he is into SD trainee or SD end user. So how to create the inquiry, how to create the quotations, how to create the sales order, how to create the delivery, how to create the invoice, how to cancel the invoice, how to cancel the delivery, how to cancel the sales order, how to cancel the inquiry quotation. So every role, right? So we are not going to provide the whole all the role to the one particular employee, right? So we have the sales representative, they have a warehouse clerk, shipping clerk. So they have a there is accountant, billing clerk. So every department they have a separate role has to be assigned. So these exposure also more important actually. So during the implementation project, so preparation of roles and authorization, again GUI based transaction code or Fury based apps also available. So both exposure will be getting in the authorization roles and assignments. So detailed test planning, yes, as we discussed, like the unit, that we the we have to execute the three different type of testing as we discussed. So you'll be getting the exposure also. So when we are going to involving in the realization phase, right? So in this realization phase, so we are going to start developing the RISE objects. We know what all the RISE object we have identified, how many forms, how many reports, how many interfaces, how many workflow, how many conversion program. Conversion program is not required any FS. But other than conversion program, right? So rest of the object we need to prepare the functional specification. So what all the tables are involving, how the fields is going to be linked from one table to another table, and what all the functional module we are going to be used. And these are all the kind of technical things we should know as a before preparing the functional specifications, right? So that exposure is more important. And then there is a user interfaces for the Fury. Then legacy data migrations, already we discussed, there is a data migration cockpit. So then we are going to complete the core configuration document. Okay, core configuration document is one of the yeah, so core configuration document is a deliverable document. So as a consultant, we need to prepare this, how the org structure you have configured, what all the master data you have configured, what all the business transaction you have configured, all the informations for module specific, we have to deliver the configuration document. Okay. So next there is a show and tell sessions. So this is more important actually in SAP Activate methodology. Show and tell session is nothing but whatever you have configured, whatever the business blueprint you have get the sign off from the customer, and whatever the BBP you have configured in SAP system, you need to demonstrate. Right before demonstrate, you have to showcase how the process starts, what is the roles, who is going to create the sales order, in which role is going to create the invoice, which role is going to create the delivery and post goods issue. So like that you have to execute the put that demonstration first, then you have to showcase. So how to create the sales order, what are the document type we have created, and everything you need to explain to the customer now. So here in front of customer, maybe there is a manager or CEO or everybody will be there, you need to demonstrate this process. So this is end of the day you are going to deliver here, right? So nothing is documentation here, you need to configure, you need to, before that you have to design your BBP. So based on the BBP you have to prepare the KDS, key data structure. Based on the KDS you have to start the configuration. Based on the configuration you have to demonstrate the process to the customer in the implementation project. So same thing you will be getting same exposure here also. Show and tell session nothing but demonstrating the business process to the customer. So then there is a configured master data object solution document, then data readiness in the test environment. Already we discussed roles and authorization, training material document. So what is training material document? So before you are going to do UAT, right? User acceptance testing. So UAT is more important actually. How the BBP is important, same way the user acceptance testing. Once UAT is signed off, so then only that go live activities will start. Okay, so then only the cutover activities, the rest of the activities will start, because user is not satisfied as per the BBP. You are not designed, or you are not configured, you are not demonstrated, or the customer is not happy. So then UAT will be, you need to fulfill their requirement first, right? So how you will perform the UAT as a consultant? First you need to prepare the user manual document. As a consultant you need to give a training to the end user, maybe the purchaser who is going to create the procurement activities like creation of purchase requisition. So then there is a manager is going to approve the purchase requisition. So then purchaser is going to create the RFQ, quotation comparison, awarding the quotation, and finally he is going to create the purchase order. So then purchase manager is going to approve the purchase order. After that, approved purchase order is going to create as a GRN. So that like that, you need to give a proper training document, we call it as a user manual document, and you have to give a training to the end user how to create the PR, how to create the purchase order, how to create the GRN, how to book the invoice, how to do the payment to the vendor. So like that the whole training has to be provided. So then once your UAT gets signed up, then we will go for the cutover activities, right? So what is cutover activities? So now we should know the architecture, right? The landscape of system. We know development system, quality system, production system. So these cutover activities will happen in during the, there are two different type of cutover activities. One is from the rehearsal cutover activities will be done in quality system, and the second one there is a production cutover activities. So already we discussed what are the master data, what are the open item in each and every module. If you are into SD module, what are the master data and open item. If you are into PP module, FICO, WM, EWM, MM. So all the cutover activities, right? We need to, already we have prepared the migration cockpit, we designed the template, already we communicated to the customer, we received the data also. Now we need to upload the mock rehearsal in the quality system, or maybe pre-production system, again based on the client requirements, right? So some client they will do pre-production, some client they will do quality system also, right? And then final cutover activities will happen in the production system only, right? Okay, so then the test result also we have already discussed, right? We have to prepare the unit testing test scripts, user acceptance testing test scripts, everything you will get the exposure. So this, there is a SAP best practices document also will provide. So based on the SAP best practices you have to prepare the UAT test scripts. So this test script which contains how to create the PR, which how to log into SAP, and what is the app you have to log in, and how to create the purchase requisition, what is the app, and what is the PR document type going to be used, and what is the material going to be used, and what is the account assignment category, item category, and which plant you are going to. So all the input data, everything you have to put it. Finally, what is the end result of creating the PR? Same thing like creation of RFQ, quotations, even purchase order, approval. So all the test scripts has to be designed. So that also we will provide the training, and how to, based on the SAP best practices, you have to design the UAT test scripts, and based on that you have to perform the UAT, right? So once this complete realization phase and testing is completed, then we will go for the deployment phase. Okay, deployment is nothing but this is cutover activities. Okay, as we discussed, there are two different type of one is mock rehearsal cutover activities, another one is the production cutover activity. So first we need to make sure, so whatever the data client is provided, right? So here also we we provide the data based on the migration cockpit. You have to upload all your like a GL master, vendor master, customer master, bank master, asset master, even GL opening balance, vendor opening balance, customer opening balance, asset opening balance, right? So first you have to upload in the pre-production system. So first then we have to get the approval from the customer. Yes, whatever you provided, let's say for you provided 10,000 customer, 7,000 vendor. So please make sure that whether the bank details, whatever the IBAN number, bank number, whatever you provided, that is matching. So we need to get the confirmation from the customer. So then only we can proceed for production cutover, right? So otherwise in production they will say this data is missing, that data is missing, and unnecessarily they will panic, and they will say, they will not believe you. You might be missed something, and they will not accept, right? So make sure that first the mock rehearsal cutover activity will be done it in quality system or pre-production system. So here also you will have the same exposure. Once that is confirmed, then you will go for the production cutover activities, right? So master data migrations we discussed. Then opening balance, right? So we are going to upload the production cutover, then opening balance in the production system. So then we need to check the pre-go live activities. Okay, this is again more important. So before we are going to execute, we are going to do the go live. So first we have to make sure whether all your transport requests, right? And there are two different type of transport requests. So one is from the customized TR, and the second one is that is for the workbench TR. So what is workbench transport request? What is customized request? So all the functional related configurations, right? It will comes under the configuration request, and whatever the technical consultant who do what all the reports, what all the enhancements, and all the development will comes under the workbench request, right? So first this request also has to move from development to production system. So whether you might be configured your org structure maybe 5 to 10 tier. So sometimes what happened, the assignment will not be there in your production system. So we have to make sure whether the complete architecture is sitting in your production system, or any TR is missing. Otherwise you have to recreate the TR, include the transport request, then you can move to production system. So then we have to make sure whether all the enhancement, whatever the workflow or enhancement, any custom object you have done, we have to make sure whether it is the latest TR is moved to production system. So these are all the pre-go live activity has to be checked. Then if there is any configuration is required for the flexible workflow, so whether this configuration, sometimes something you cannot transport something directly, the number range assignments and the workflow related configuration. So these are all directly has to be done in the production system. So these are all the pre go live activity has to be done. So before you are going to run a go live, right? So then there is a queue gate, the deployment phase sign off. So that is a PMO activity. So then the run phase we are going to resolve, right? So the hypercare support. So day to day, maybe whatever the issue challenges, maybe the printout issues, or maybe that approval issues, or they have challenges in the creating the day to day production order creations, maybe some bill of material or version is not created. So these are all the day to day challenges we have to, maybe the hypercare support will be there. As a consultant we need to deliver that also. Okay, so now whatever I have discussed, this is during this project you are going to deliver the day one. Whatever we have discussed, start from the preparation phase, everything is the deliverable document. So maybe the deliverable document should be the PowerPoint presentation, or the deliverable document should be the Word document like a BBP or KDS or configuration document, or maybe there is a Excel sheet deliverable also, right? So these kind of deliverable document has been discussed. So already these are all the sample deliverables, like so we have the pre-project. So then we have the activate methodology. That is what I have discussed. So maybe everyone should understand what is activate methodology, how many phases, and each and every deliverables of phases. So that we need to deliver. So we provide the scope document also, right? So the scope document, for each and every module, so they provide the scope document, so which contains about the detailed business process, like FICO, what is the scope document, MO module, what is the scope document. So all the scope document they will share with you also. Okay. So this scope document, so they will give you the detailed business process. You can, so this is based on this scope only. This is nothing but your ASIS document. So every module they will provide the scope document. I'm just sharing the sample scope document. So based on this the scope document, we are going to understand the client business process, right? So then we are going to discuss about the BPML document. Okay, so this BPML document, like every module, so we have the sample BPML, so they will provide you. So now as a consultant, we need to go through the scope document, the ASIS document. So you have to make sure whether what all the business process currently they have. So you need to map the process as per the BPML template. Okay, this is looks like your business process master list. So every module you have your own template. You have to design your BPML based on the scope document, right? So this is a more important actually. Based on this BPML only, so we are going to design the business blueprint, right? So then they will provide the SAP S4HANA best practices for all the module. So you will get the exposure also how to prepare the test scripts, how to prepare the the fit gap documents. So every this module wise they will share you. So they will explain about the test scripts, the every in SAP S4HANA. Even you can download also the same document if you have S user ID. So which contains about the detailed test scripts and the what is the roles and authorization, right? So these roles and all you need to get it from this SAP S4HANA best practices. Anyway, so you will have a detailed sessions on these deliverables. So here they will provide you what are the roles which are involving. For example, if you see there is a SAP BR purchaser. So this is nothing but purchaser, right? For material management, purchasing, sourcing and contracting. So if you assign this role, then only you can able to create the PR. Then only you can create the RFQ, quotation, comparison, contract, scheduling agreement, and purchase order and everything, right? So then there is a purchase manager. So this is SAP S4HANA role. There is a SAP BR purchasing manager. So what is the purchasing manager? What he will do? So he is going to uh, going to approve the purchase requisition. He is going to approve the purchase order, right? So then there is a warehouse clerk. We call it as SAP BR warehouse clerk. So this is once you assign this role to that particular user, then only he can perform the day-to-day GRN, service entry sheet creations, and the transfer posting, goods issue, cancellation, etc. Right? So now there is a SAP BR AP accountant. So this role is for the accountant, right? Who can able to create the invoice, who can able to do the payment also. So then there is a configuration SAP BR BBC expect. So like that, so these SAP best practices as we discussed, they will have the detailed test scripts also. So this document will helpful during the test script document preparations, right? So then we discussed about like uh, so after SAP S4HANA best practices, then we have the form layout also. So this layout like so they will so all the forms, right? So you might be received the forms. I think this has gone through that. This also we have gone through. BPML we have gone through this. So this is best practices. Yes. Yeah. So for example, some sample form layouts, right? Suppose how the purchase order form layout, how the goods receipt. So you will have the sample layout they will provide you. The customer will provide you. As a consultant, you need to prepare the functional specification, right? So all the initially we have discussed that there is a RISE object, right? So they have a forms, they have reports, they have enhancements, right? So now we need to how to prepare the functional specification, right? So before that we will teach you so how the tables, yeah, what all the tables are there in your module, how these tables are linking, like in material master. So there is a sample assignment also. So in material master we have 10 plus table, vendor master we have 5 plus tables, and purchase requisition, purchase order, same thing like inquiry, quotation, sales order, delivery, PGI, and invoice creation, payment, these are all the related tables, everything first we have to discuss. Then we will teach you how to prepare the functional specification for forms, reports, enhancement, workflow, and everything, right? So after that, yeah, so we discussed about the layout also. Then there is a fit gap. Then we have a blueprint session. So for we are going to discuss how to design the BBP for all the module. So MM BBP. So we have a session, and you are going to deliver the BBP here. So end of the day, this whole project, everyone is going to work this project. It's not like my colleague will do the project, I will listen. It's not like that. So you are going to deliver each and every deliverable document, how to prepare the BBP, how to prepare the business flow diagram. So already you have the scope document with ASIS document. So what is the ASIS process, what is SAP 2B process, what is SAP 2B process flow diagram, and what are the report requirements, what are the integration points, what are the roles and authorization. So everything, every process you have to design in a BBP. So this BBP you have to demonstrating to the customer also. So that exposure is nothing else like I'm given the BVP, you will copy paste. No. So you have to prepare. We will provide the templates. You have to prepare based on the scope document. You have to deliver. You have to present. You have to get the sign off. So the same way, like in real time, how they do the same exposure, you are going to you are going to prepare your own BVP. You are going to review if there is any changes. Again, you have to correct it. So finally, you will get the sign off also, right? So you'll get the business blueprint design. So then we are going to so already there is a key data structure is there, is nothing but before configuration we have to design KDS. So then you have to prepare the configuration document. Then gaps also we have discussed. So maybe gaps is nothing but every module we have the list of gaps. So we identify this is sample gaps actually for module wise. So MM module, what are the gaps, SD module. So how these gaps you are going to fulfill, and how you are going to prepare the functional specification. So finally, how the technical consultant is going to deliver this RISUP object, right? So the whole exposure you are going to do it as a the gaps. So for every module, so we have the gaps. So here like then already we discussed the smart form layout, RISUP object, then tables, all the module LTMC, functional specification. So everything I can show you. Maybe this will take another 30 minutes or 45 minutes. So I don't want to waste your time here. So I hopefully I just explained mostly whether you guys are understanding the activate methodology as a consultant, what they are going to deliver in the project. So most of them might be understand, yes, I understood this activate methodology phase by phase deliverable, but something is new, but still I can accommodate or I can able to adopt, I can able to deliver if you are guiding. So somebody maybe yes is completely new, but whether I don't know how I'm going to deliver, doesn't matter. So everything, people who doesn't know anything, we are here to guide you, we are going to assist you. End of the day you are going to deliver. Okay. So this, if you can able to implement S4 HANA implementation project with activate methodology and you deliver, so these are all the document whatever we have discussed till now, these are all the deliverable documents. So nothing is a document the pre-recorded, or maybe nothing is like the project completed document. So everything you are going to deliver in the project, and we discussed everything is a deliverable document based on the phase by phase. Okay. So I think that's it from my side. I completed my demo. If anybody have any questions or any challenges or whatever you understand for the activate methodology as per the implementation project, as per the module specific, whatever questions you have, you can raise me. So we have another 10 to 15 minutes time now. Yeah.
Yeah, Shri. So there is one question actually I would like to understand. So as you said, like the developments which we are going to perform or we are going to create the IFS. So it's a long activity. Suppose if there are 5 developments we have to do, so it requires a lot of efforts to write the IFS and then technical person to do the development. So how we are going to cover this? Are we going to do the end-to-end development?
Yeah, see for this project, as he said, it's a 60 days project. And for this 60 days, as a functional consultant, this project is for covering for mostly the functional module, not the technical point of view. But this functional point of view, yes, what is our deliverable? First, we have to understand the, the RISIP objects, maybe the forms or reports or enhancement or interfaces. First, we have to understand. And already we have, there is a RISIP object for module wise. So as a consultant, you will get the exposure how to design the FS. We are going to teach you, we are going to provide the template, and we are going to validate your FS also. So this template we are going to give it to the technical team, right? So but designing or developing this technical object and completion, again this will take the further we need minimum another 2 more or 3 more months is required. But here our roles is how to design the FS, and how the technical modules, technical tables and everything, how you are linking, what are the functional modules. This technical point of view, you will get this exposure here. Okay. So preparation of FS, yes, as a functional point of view, if you done, so that is more sufficient. And then development point of view, the technical consultant they will do as a testing point of view, we can do that. Okay. But here the designing of FS for all the object like forms or reports or enhancement or interfaces going to be done, and that training point of view and the deliverable will be done here for the projects.
And the best practices which you discussed about, like that we can download it from the Learning Hub, right? But So, are you guys going to provide these best practices documents and like the configuration document? Because most of the people, even I do have the learning app access, but I can't download that once due to some,
Yeah, yeah, correct.
restrictions.
Yes, yes, I understood actually. So that is the reason we downloaded those SAP best practices. We provide the access to everyone in the share folder. So you will have the access of all
Okay.
your module best practices. Yes, there is a challenges in the downloading. So they didn't provide all the user ID cannot able to download it. Yes.
So like day by day session wise, we will get these best practice documents and the config document along with that.
Yes, yes, yes. See, configuration document is completely different, but this SAP S/4HANA best practices is going to helpful how to prepare the BBP, how to prepare the fit gap, presentation to the customer, how to prepare the UAT test scripts, right? For that, the best practices is going to helpful for us. Configuration, yes, we are going to do that, and there is a configuration document. As a consultant, we need to prepare and we have to deliver to customer. So yes.
Yeah, I agree with you, but that particular document need to prepare first. We need to understand that particular configuration, what we need to do as per the business process.
Yes,
So
yes. So
that's
we
what I'm
provide,
asking,
yeah,
whether
we
the
have the,
standard configuration will be
yes,
provided to us so
yes,
that based on the business process, we can do the configuration
yeah, yeah. See, for
and in the
example,
later stage, we
yeah,
can, prepare our configuration document.
correct, correct. Yes, we provide for all module the configuration document. So the step-by-step configuration document, everything will be provided. If you follow the same way, you can easily complete all the process. You can execute all the process. Yes, we provide those documents.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
That's all I have.
yeah. Anybody have any questions, please?
Yes,
Sir,
please.
I, I want.
For which industry type we are going to proceed for this implementation?
See, for this implementation, not only one industry, we are going to cover 3 to 4 industries. Okay, so we are going to covering
That means we are going for the repetitive
yes,
or
so
process
we
or
have
for
repetitive will be there. We have the discrete is there. We have especially the crusher. The make to order concept also is there. So we have covered 3 to 4 industries will be covering in this one single implementation projects.
okay. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Sir,
Hello,
I
Shri.
have one question. Sir, regarding cutover activity.
Hmm.
Sir, in cutover activity, how the open sale order or open no yeah, delivery, how it is transferred in quality system means I mean how it is uploaded from legal system to no the quality system. I didn't get it because with the help of LSMW, we can uh, we can upload master data, but in case of open sale orders and open delivery, how it is? I mean, how it is done in cutover activities?
See, that
I
is what in SAP S/4HANA there is a tool called migration cockpit. Okay, so that SAP every version with version to version they have there is updated. But generally, what will happen LTMC? There is one tool. If you click on LTMC T code, it will connect to that web, and there is an option you can create the project and download the templates, then upload it. So now the latest version there is a Fury apps. So directly you can click on the Fury apps, you can create the project. The same thing how the LTMC used to do. So this is called as a migration cockpit tool. This is one of the tools. Same thing like LS and W. How we are going to upload the same way. SAP. So they have designed this, and we provide the training also how to create the migration cockpit for open PO, open sales contract and everything. Okay. So
okay, sir. Okay, I mean, you told the answer like this. The open sale order and will be with the help of LTMC will be uploaded, right?
uploaded.
With
Yes, yes.
same as the master data, right? Same
Yeah,
master
same
data is
thing like
also
master
uploaded to
data. Yeah,
LTMC.
yeah, yeah. So
Okay,
we
okay.
have the template which contains like all the details. Okay, generally for that header level like details, item level, account assignment, schedule line. So there are multiple sheets will be
Um,
there in the template. You have to fill it. Okay, so
okay,
then this data it's not a single sheet. There is a multiple sheets will be
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
Now
that
I
we will.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Thank
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
Hello. I want to understand that how the transport requests are transported from the one system to another system. Are we using? We are going to using a solution manager or focus build tool from SAP, and on which version of S4 HANA we are working on that?
See, S4 HANA we have 2020. There are two server. 2022 is there, and even 2020 also we have. So now
Okay.
this transport request will be with the help of the basis consultant. There is a T code called STMS. The first steps we have to release the TR. So then we have to go to STMS and in respective pre-production or production server. From there we have to import the TR. Okay. So this activity will be done by again basis, not functional consultant. And
Because now SAP is working on solution manager tool, and under that
that is
focus there
already
is
is there. Yeah, not now. This is
yes.
also already is there. If you have implemented
So
with solution manager, the configuration activities can perform from solution manager, and the TR also can move. Okay, but again, this activity again is a technical activity again, functional, technical module basis team. They are going to perform those activities.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So we are not the part, and also we have get the get the working on Fury Launchpad or something like that. Or
Yes, yes, we have the
mm,
Fury access also. So as in, that's what I already showed you the roles also, right? If you are into MM, SD, FI, PP, we have the respective roles is there as per SAP best practices. We have to assign the role, then we can get those kind of Fury apps. Then whatever the GUI we are performing, same thing can able to execute in the Fury apps also. So both options you have in the project. So GUI based also you can execute, and the Fury apps all based also transaction can be executed. Yes.
okay, and for this end-to-end implementation project, what will be the team size and to be specifically for the SD consultant, and if the how many members are that, and how the work will be going to divide into among the all the
Okay.
consultants?
Okay, it's a good question. See, because the project we don't know how many people, so minimum 3 to 5. That's sure. More than that also possibilities is there. Okay, and the
Okay,
activity how we are going to assign the role, like suppose we already we discussed for this particular construction company, or they have, let's say, the 10 different company code or 10 different entities. So we will assign every person for one entities. Okay, maybe you are working as a the entity is nothing but one of the company code. They have multiple plan, maybe 3 plant or 5 plants or 10 plant, doesn't matter, based on the business requirements. So you will be working under one particular company code, and we will assign another FICO, another MM, another PP, another WM, EWM. So we will assign to the respective entities. Okay. So but we yeah, so maybe one person can work on one entity, minimum one entities will be working. It is not shared to multiple people, but you maybe sometimes you will work on two entities also, right? Again, that is during the KDS, and we are going to distribute the activity. But everything, the day one till end, individually you are going to work on the project deliverables. Okay, so nothing is shared. So you are going to deliver your own BBP, your own KDS, your own configuration. Everything is done by individual consultant. And
okay. So
yeah,
for one entity or one company code,
yeah,
the all the consultants from different module are working together for that single entity, right?
yes, 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 correct.
Okay, okay, got it.
Hello. Are we going to cover
Hello.
data migration conversion tool in this
Yes, yes, yes,
course?
yes, definitely we do that.
So there will be basis consultant will be there, right?
See, data migration basis consultant is a functional consultant activity. Now, S4 HANA completely is, for a functional consultant can able to create the projects, can download the templates, can able to upload. This complete activity will be done by functional module consultants. We
So
provide.
there is no need to no need to basis consultant. You are saying like that.
No, no. Why basis is required for migration? See, data
For
migration.
migration,
See,
data
migration means,
migration.
yeah, this is a cutover activities you are talking, right? How we are going to
No,
upload
no,
our.
no, 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 no. I'm not talking about cutover activity. I'm talking about ECC to HANA conversion and that scenario.
See, this
Generally, we
case,
use some
yeah,
tool.
this is we are using for, yeah. So whatever you said, like migration, yes, basis team is required, but this is a greenfield implementations. Okay, for this
Uh,
greenfield implementations, like whatever the migration, we are not going directly transferring from ECC to S4HANA. So whatever the data, we are going to upload it. Okay, as per the LTMC tool, we are going to use it, and not
the
yeah, it's not a
data
migration.
migration is completely different. Here, I'm just want to know like ECC to HANA we are going to cover or not?
No, this is not a ECC to HANA. This is a direct greenfield implementations.
Greenfield implementation.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, fine.
So, Shri, there is one more thing, like as
Hello.
this person said that we are not going to cover like ECC to S4 HANA, but nowadays there are mostly the transformation project is coming. Okay, so at least we should have this idea that
Yeah,
how this transformation project is going to be,
yeah, yeah. So
and
that,
secondly, whether we also going to get the cloud implementations, because this one which we are talking about, this is on premise.
yeah,
So in cloud implementations, what is going to be happen? Like at least we should have some idea
Yes,
so
yes,
that we can talk to.
definitely. Yeah, in
Yeah.
SAP nowadays there is a public cloud, implementation project that is very rarely, very I think not much projects. Just now they have started, so we will have a session also. Maybe somebody is asking public cloud exposures. Again, how the configuration point of view, or how we are going to preparation of the cutover activities or everything. So that is also we have maybe sessions we will plan for separately, and we are going to cover it. Okay, and same thing for the data migration also. Maybe not, yes, for the interview point of view. So how that migration activity is going to happen? What is the role of functional consultant? What is the role of the basis and other technical consultant? So this additionally, yes, we are going to be covered that also. Yes.
Yeah, because this
Hello.
need to be covered in our agenda items, which you have shown this list to us. So at least this we will be having the visibility. Okay, these are the topics we have covered, and this is the pending activity which going to be covered in future.
Yes. Yes.
Because this is more very much required for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Otherwise, it's no point of view to do this training only for the on-premise, because as of now nowadays most of the projects which we are getting is on the cloud
Yeah, yeah,
and the
definitely. We
transformation
will
projects.
definitely will assist you, because even I have a cloud experience, and definitely we will assist you on that. No need to worry about it. Yes.
Sure,
Are
sure.
we going to cover CO activity in this class? Hello.
Yeah. Yes,
Are
sir.
we going to cover CO activity? CO activity?
Yeah. So we have FI and CO. Yes, and even FSCM also is there. There is a credit management. Yes, we are going to cover that also.
Of only FSCM, or apart from that, fund management, TRM, is there any chance to cover this
Uh,
scenario?
yes, yes. So see, again, there is a business requirements only. If you have already have that exposure, and definitely we can, even fund management also can be covered. That is.
Hello.
So, may I know
Hello.
what is the scope of this training? So, course content like this, so we get to know.
See the scope. See, that's what already we discussed, right? Whatever the the modules already we have designed. So already we have the logistics like MMSD, FIWM, EWM, FICO, even FSCM also, and CO module also. So whoever is maybe if there is a consultant is joined for FICO, yes, we are going to we are going to implement. If there is no any consultant for CO or something, so that the limit will be within the FI. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have one question like that. Will you going to involve configuration setting from the HANA side to the peripheral systems?
Okay, configurations changes to.
Configuration settings to the peripheral systems like ME and MII.
Okay.
Yeah, so you will going to include this in this training sessions.
See, but as we discussed within S4 HANA, so we are going to do that, because as a S4 greenfield point of view, so we are going to be covered those things. Yes.
So per day, how many hours we have to spend for this project?
Yeah. See, we have daily, we have the project sessions will be there. So, and apart from that, even Saturdays also. So we are going to be covered. So maybe 10 to 1, 2 p.m. will be there. Not every Saturday, maybe alternative. So based on the criticality of the projects, we are going to be covered. Yes.
In average, per day, how many hours we have to spend?
So per day minimum 1 to 1.5 hours will be there the sessions, and even
Mm.
weekend Saturdays also will be there. Yes.
Okay, okay.
And what will be the fee?
So fees for this project, I think already I have mentioned. So I'm not the salesperson. So Jay Lakshmi or Shrikant, I have texted actually. So you can go through that already. So they will guide you. Okay, I already given.
Okay.
So
We,
in the
And
chat box,
will
yes.
you going to provide any dummy servers for practice?
So we have the project server actually. So we have our own project server. So we provide the project server as for one of the latest versions, maybe 2022, or we will provide the servers.
only concentrate on HANA.
See, this is only HANA implementations, but I don't know why you want ECC here. Okay, if you
No,
need any
currently
HANA assistance, we help you. So for HANA point of view, but ECC we are a single server, right? So we don't have ECC and HANA. But
okay.
nowadays they are expecting for HANA implementation, right? Why you want to go for again
Yeah.
ECC? Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi,
actually,
sir.
SAP has
Hi, sir.
yeah.
The when the project actually starts from the starting
The
date?
project, yeah, the second week, I mean 15th, they are planning. So maybe within 1 or 2 days, maybe before 18th, right? The project. So 15th, they are going to start the, pre-project is going to be started. So which
Okay.
means,
So,
uh,
what are the activities involved into the pre-project
the
phase? Or
pre-project, they provide the server, they provide the list of process, and just we as a consultant, we need to execute the process. Just we have to demonstrate. Maybe the first initial 1 week, so there is a pre-project deliverables. So we need to demonstrate the process to them. So after that, the actual project, right, will be starting. So start from the scope document. So the activities will be starting after 5 or 7 working days. The project will be starting.
okay, and
What
what will how the 60 days are divided into
Yes, so
the
there
each
is a
phase?
activity, the activate methodology. So we will share you. So how many days we are going to work it for the, preparation phase? How many days we are going to, how many hours we are going to work it for the explore phase? Every deliverable we are going to give you the durations. So based on that, the project will be executed.
And apart from the class duration, how many time we have to spend on this on the daily basis
See,
or
daily
weekend basis?
basis, most of them they are working professional. So we cannot
Yes,
tell
yes.
them you work for daily 8 hours or 6 hours. So again, the number of hours you are spending, the within the short period, you will get the job in SAP S for HANA, implementation consultant. Suppose you can spend only for 3 to 4 hours. Yes, it's well and good, no problem. But at least minimum 2 to 3 hours you'll be in touch with that. Okay, that is sufficient to work. But people who are full time available, I'm suggesting from morning from 9:30 to till 7:30, 8:30, you please work on that within 2 months. I'll make sure that you have a great confidence and a great exposure also. So for the fresher who have you can spend full time, that is well and good. But if you are working professional, but at least spend minimum 2 to 3 hours, that is sufficient. Even weekend also is there, Saturday, Sunday, you can utilize. So you can map that.
what will be the team size from your side?
Sorry.
As a what will be the team size from your side in this project? As a
No.
trainer, what who are involved in that
Yeah,
from
yeah.
your
So
side?
yeah, yeah. So we have, see my roles actually here. I already worked more than 15 years into SAP. So I can come across it like SD, PP, PM, MM. So I have great experience. So definitely, I'm going to even most of, last I can say more than 7 years we are into this implementation project. Yeah.
So he is asking what is your bandwidth to provide your this training? So you are alone to provide this
So we
training,
have
or is
other
there any?
other additional people also. So we will provide other consultant also. Yes.
Right, right. So I have one question regarding this training. So what is your motive, prime overview? So this kind of detail can we get? Is it? Is there any chance?
See, the training is end of the day, as I told you, this is not only giving the training. Okay, so this is both the way the project deliverables. If I start with the scope document discussion, so next how you are going to prepare the document, how you are going to present. So this is the way that deliverables will be for every deliverables. I'm talking. Okay, it's not
So,
like, for example, suppose business blueprint, workshop. So what is
b-
my
b- b-
deliverables here?
why
Yeah.
why I'm asking this question? Because I have done two implementation, or I totally understood like if we are going to cover any implementation,
Mhm.
so till in 60 days, if we are going to cover this entire project,
Mhm.
so definitely there will be some scenario which we are going to cover on depth level from your side, or some project will be covered on high level, right?
Yeah. See,
So just
actually,
because of it, I understood like what quality session we are going to cover, or what quality session we are going to learn in this session. That's why I'm asking you.
see, that's what even the 60 days, whatever our possibilities, that's what we told. We even weekend also we are planning. So additional exposure point of view, right? So maximum, so daily we are going to cover it, and apart from that, weekend also Saturday also we are going to, make sure all the module people to be there and to execute the whole integration and everything. So so it's very difficult again within
Are we,
60 days to be completed,
but
and
are
yeah.
we no no but
That's
are
why
we
I'm
going
saying
to
configuration
yeah
is not
are,
possible. Entire configuration is not possible within 60 days, or as well as you have to cover
See, now
implementation
the
project
industry
documentation.
industry they are expecting within 6 hours you have to complete your configurations. So
that thing is possible. Like if we are getting salary, we are doing jobs 10
yeah,
to
see,
12 hours. So
I'm
then,
telling you, yeah, yeah. It's not like a 2 months you cannot able to do the configuration. It's not like that.
right,
See, definitely we
right, right.
have, yeah. So we are here to assist you. We are here going to help. Everyone is going to helpful. So no need to worry about that. So definitely, yeah. Within the 60 days also it's lengthy period. So most of them they need, sir, within 30 days I want to get this training. I want to get into consultant job. But we,
Right, right.
yeah,
Hmm.
yes,
Some people would be like learner, beginner, fresher. Some people would be
yeah, yeah,
like senior consultant, so they can easily understand. Some people could not understand. So might be
yeah.
this batch could be lengthy. This or some subject could be lengthy. Some people are not getting understand. Some people getting understand. They are feeling this subject is getting very boring or lengthy. So this is the problems happen. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm
and
asking you.
yes, yes, yes. Understood. Okay. So thank you, team. Actually, so who already joined for the demo session. So already I shared their details also. Please connect with Jay Lakshmi and Shrikant. So I have given their number in the chat box. If you are not received, you can just check once again. And if any
Yeah,
questions,
please
anything
share
is
in
there,
the group,
yeah.
WhatsApp group.
WhatsApp group also they mentioned, I guess. Already they might be
No,
shared.
they haven't. They haven't mentioned.
But I already given. Maybe once again I will copy paste this number.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you can reach them also.
Can
So
you drop your number again on WhatsApp group? Is it possible?
no, you contact them. They will provide my number. Then you can reach me. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, this
Your
link
good
I
name?
got it, but
Yeah.
your good name, sir?
Your good name?
Yeah. Okay. Okay,
Dhanush,
team.
your
So
full
yeah,
name, sir? Dhanush.
you can call me. My full name also Dhanush only. Yes.
So if you want to,
To get into S4 HANA end-to-end implementation project, so feel free to connect with them. If anything else you want to connect directly to contact me, you just get my number, so they will provide you. Okay. So thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Dharaj.
for
Same to you.